Hello, I'm Chief Warrant Officer Pinion, U.S. Navy retired, telling my sea stories. Well, this one is a continuation of an earlier one in which I talked about side jobs or entrepreneurship. Well, I was a junior enlisted man in the arresting gear crew aboard the USS Ticondaroga, which was my first ship. When a first-class petty officer in the arresting gear crew, his wife got a job in a donut shop in San Diego, California. They only had one car, so he would take her to work like at 0500 in the morning, and they would be making donuts. And then he would bring the car and come on to work. This is when the ship's in port. Well, he quickly discovered that they had a whole bunch of day-old donuts that they were going to either throw away or sell as animal feed or whatever for like 10 cents a dozen. Back in this era, late 1950s, early 1960s decade, the preservatives that they put in baked goods that make them last a long time didn't exist or really hadn't been brought into common usage yet. So day-old donuts were already getting stale. Well, about the second or third day, dropping his wife off, they were packaging up cases of day-olds, and they were going to get rid of them. He asked them about that. They said, yeah, they're day-olds, so we can't sell them. Just, 10 cents a dozen. He said, give me a dozen of them. And they did for 10 cents a dozen. So he bought them. And he brought them to the ship, up to the rescue workshop, where he told the guys, 10 cents a piece or 3 for a quarter. Donuts. People grabbed them up. Just grabbed them up. And were able to sell all of them right there in V2 Division. Well, the next day he brought more, a great big huge cardboard box full of them. And so they brought it out, and he had half a dozen junior enlisted men, non-rated men and third-class petty officers, that he offered them free donuts if they would distribute them and get orders for donuts. So they spread out all over the ship telling people, got donuts, fresh donuts for sale, 10 cents a piece or 3 for a quarter, or you can get a dozen for like $2 or something. I don't know what it was. A dozen for $1 and a dozen for $1 probably, I don't know. Anyway, they got orders for them. Man, people all over the ship lapped that up. Well, he kept getting more and more of these day-olds until they didn't have any more day-olds, so he started buying fresh donuts in addition to taking all of their day-olds and bringing them, big cases of donuts. He was supplying donuts to offices all over the ship, and even the captain's office bought a dozen donuts from him every day. And the wardroom, he became the main supplier of the ship's wardroom of donuts. Now, my reason for telling this story is this first-class petty officer was an entrepreneur. He recognized opportunity when he saw it, and he was able to exploit it over these donuts. Him and his wife made a lot of money off those donuts. I guess they were still selling donuts last he was aboard. I guess he transferred to shore duty, before I transferred to shore duty. But this donut story really alerted me to opportunities to make extra money. They're there, folks. The world is full of opportunities. And if you can train yourself to recognize them and to exploit them, you'll never be poor. End of that story.